Hello and welcome, Super Metroid fans, to this bronze semifinal race between DRockyLizard and ChozoBozo86. I'm Brayathorn, and I'm joined by Slam347, and on co-commentary, Slam doing tracking, and Jax Omen on co-commentary. How's it going, Jax?
It's going pretty good. I definitely didn't forget I signed up for this until 10 minutes before, but I'm here and I'm ready to commentate.
Ah, yes. Coming in with a little bit of chaos. Nothing wrong with that. Just oh yeah, we've signed up for a lot of these, and that's just kind of how that goes. But that does not mean we're not excited to watch this race. This should be a really good one. Semifinals for bronze. This is single elimination. This is going to be the last race for one of these two talented racers. And we're going to see how this thing starts off with this item draft very shortly, because this race is starting in 3, 2, 1, go! And there we go. You're going to see a little bit of a pause here once this is going, because we're going to get, there we go, our synchronization up. Now, Jax, why don't you tell me a little bit about the item draft settings we've got going on here?
So our racers have chosen to start with charge beam and high jump boots. They vetoed gravity and speed, but despite those vetoes, clearly they didn't want it to be too obnoxious of a seed.
Right.
Starting with charge means unless they're handed to them, they don't need to worry about getting lots of ammo. They need a bare minimum to kill Mother Brain 1, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how starting with charge might affect ammo drops early on in the seed. I mean, you got to get at least one pack of supers and one pack of power bombs in order to open doors, right?
Yep.
So who knows? Yeah.
Starting with high jump, we're already seeing ChozoBozo trying to get the item in Precious Room, which is a cross-room gravity jump.
Oh,
that I
there we
don't
go.
think you
That's
can actually
it.
do without high jump. There's a second time doing it, because the first time he fell.
Yeah. It's an annoying room to get through without gravity, but hey. Oh, there we go.
That's where Morph Ball is.
Orb has been acquired. There you go.
So this is the thing that can sometimes happen with seeds where you start with a movement item, is the logic will be weird and expect you to do weird stuff like what we just saw to be able to quickly get an item. We see DRocky do the same, but then he chooses to go left, whereas Chozo chose to go back down after grabbing Morph.
Interesting.
Also, I can't believe DRocky is playing with the Among Us sprite.
Yeah, I mean, it is a hold on, I gotta see if I've got something here, because I might. A little bit sus. I don't know about that. There you go, everybody. I didn't think I'd ever use that one, but thank you for reminding me that I had it. Chozo trying to get these super missiles here, and this is a tight jump. Honestly, if you have a little trouble with this, you can always turn off high jump boots.
Yeah,
without gravity,
it's
not too bad.
extremely easy with high jump off in water like this. It's hard but doable with high jump on in water like this, and I think it's TAS only if you have gravity on and high jump on. Yeah.
Yeah, that or I don't know, macros or something. Which I guess is kind of like TAS light. Oh, well, that's TAS actually. It's tech assisted. So, okay, DRocky getting Morph again. I guess there was a reset here that I missed.
Yeah, he went down into where he didn't want to run back up and decided it was faster to revert.
Right. Well, Chozo's got both power bombs and supers now. So this is a slight lead there for Chozo early on in this race. And
our runners Chozo can already open every door, which is a wild thing to say 3 minutes into a seed.
Yeah, I guess starting with charge didn't affect. Hey, you need these to open. We've got space. Oh, that's again the wrong button. Space jump has been acquired. My Among Us sound effect was on a different panel here, so I had to swap back really quickly. But there you go. Space jump for Chozo, so Chozo can fly.
I think you should have just rolled with it and just let the Among Us sound play when he we're for your space jump announced, because it would have been funnier.
Maybe we'll do that for DRocky here, which, by the way, when the morph animation or the morph sprite is just going into vent, by the way, which is great. Pretty great.
It's so funny. Like, the sprite is not good, but it's funny.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's not good, it's not bad, it is fun.
Yeah, it's in the same boat as like the chair sprite and stuff, where
Yeah.
nothing lines up to what you'd expect for Samus, but it's still very funny.
Yeah. And there we go. Get DRocky getting the items from here and gonna be heading up to grab Space Jump.
And I do
as
see
well.
in chat, you are correct. At least it's not upside down and backwards.
Right. Yeah. we can
Freaking
you gotta
Sunwoo.
appreciate the small things here.
Sunwoo's a madman.
Oh yeah. And well,
We
Radiant,
love
yes,
him, but he's a madman.
that is how random air horns happen, unless you delete the air horn sound effect. Not yet realizing that people actually enjoy it, so that was a mistake. I need to reinstall that. Yeah, it'd be a good way to start off the race, is what I'm saying. It's.
I love that
Yes.
the falling morph ball animation on this Among Us is event flipping.
Oh, real? Oh, interesting. It's way more fun when it's random rather than planned. So it's more fun when I'm like, if I'm competent with it. It's boring. I get you.
Yeah, that's how the sound effects work.
Oh boy. Okay, so Chozo's seeing the map down here for wrecked ship. It's nice when you get the map early in any area, but I feel like wrecked ship is one of those that if the map is far away, it's just a cruel joke, because by the time you've gotten it, you've seen everything in that area usually. But let's see what wrecked ship looks like.
I don't know if Chozo can get back unless he finds a power bomb farm down here.
Or potential
I guess
power bomb
there's
to the right.
fire fleas to the left. Oh,
Yeah,
he
there
doesn't
you
have
go.
the health to survive that. There's bugs up
rough
above.
one.
He can go up and sit and farm bugs until the 4% drop happens. But he chose
Or
to
go back
avert
to the pivot
instead.
save. There you go. That's why these are good.
I
mean,
would have
really-
thought he'd want to keep the supers and power bombs he found this early
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least he still has his original packs, so it's not a huge loss.
Yeah,
but also knowing
functional.
where I think that was Dragon. So knowing where Dragon is, that is good info. You get the info, you get out if there's nothing else for you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit of a tough jump there. Jax, is this jump? This jump should be in logic with high jump boots, right?
With high jump it is. It's cross-room gravity jumps with a turnaround are in logic if they can be buffered through the door transition, which this one can.
Gotcha. Okay, we're probably gonna see a
If they
reset
can't
here
be
from.
buffered, then they're not in hard logic.
Oh, we're not seeing DRocky reset, but then again, more power bombs available. So
And more supers. Like,
yeah,
I think both are correct. DRocky just actually has enough ammo to get back, so he's choosing to keep it.
yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say if that's a wrong or right move, but I would say that those. I'm pretty sure DRocky would have liked those. There we go. There's the reset. If those were supers, those would have been kept.
Yep. Because even though charge negates the need to find 30 supers, more
Yeah.
supers is still a faster kill on the bosses where supers are important.
Right. Welcome, SpeedGaming,
Even like if you
rating
have
in.
plasma.
Welcome, Raiders. This is round 1 of the semifinals bronze match in this map Rando tournament between DRockyLizard and ChozoBozo86. So you're coming into the beginning of this, and it should be a good race.
I see in chat the crabs have 1,000% power bomb drop rate, except when you need one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of notorious for that.
Yeah, now this is a little bit of a tough jump here, but there we go. With space jump that is in logic. There it is. Space
Yep.
jump and high jump boots.
That's one that I always forget, so I'm glad to see both runners remembered it.
Yep. And into heat, though. That's pretty rough, especially if you take a hit. Although it's nice that you can get some power bomb drops there as well if you need them. And, well, this is going to take a little time. If you've got your Rubik's Cubes, go ahead and get those out, or want to play some Minesweeper. Yeah,
neither runner showing off dance moves, nothing.
Yeah. Shack Tool is the that's a test of patience right there.
It's very much one of those things where you just wonder what they were thinking when they made this encounter in the game. Like, why does this exist?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about vanilla Super Metroid as played like as a normal experience is it is an explorative kind of atmospheric game. And you tend to forget that once you start speedrunning it, but that's a pretty universal speedrunning thing.
For sure. It's just one of those weird things. Like, even in the vanilla game, it's this long hallway that you have to wait for to get an item that you absolutely have no need for.
Right.
It's so strange, because Spring Ball is normally what's behind...
Yeah. You got your little spring ball maze at the end there and all of that. It is. I've always liked the spring ball room for one reason. It's a good example of how Super Metroid will show you if it's a luxury item like spring ball, it'll show you how inconvenienced you are by having to bomb jump little steps, and then how you can just spring ball out. And it's really, really good game design.
It's also like a perfect way to tutorialize the item.
Exactly.
You get the item and immediately have an opportunity to put it to use to where you will instantly understand the ins and outs of it. That's something Super Metroid does extremely well, is these kind of natural tutorials.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's kind of been lost in modern games.
By the way, that jump is way easier without high jump boots. You just go forward. Like you just go forward and you're up on that ledge out of the water.
Yeah, as long as you time the cross-room jump correctly, it's just free.
Yeah. That's another thing about if you're going to choose an item for starting, right? Knowing when to turn it off is also important. So, and it was actually Chozo who chose high jump boots.
Yep. So I see in chat, or you see these little creatures jumping on the wall and go, how the hell do I do this? Yeah, Kid Jax definitely thought that the wall jump area was just a mean soft lock and restarted my game because I couldn't figure out how to escape.
I just think it's funny that the original devs made the wall jumps so tricky. They're like, no, we got to teach them how to do this.
Yep. So it looked like that's Brinstar Reserve Room with double majors, possibly triple majors.
Yeah, could be. And pit room as well. Having a major there. So all of these items not too far, and if you've got a good reset point, saves a little bit of time. DRocky not leaving that behind, just clearing out the room first. And let's see what this major is. It is gonna be. Oh well, now we're gonna make you wait here.
He's trolling you.
Grapple beam has been acquired. That's grapple for DRocky there, and probably soon for Chozo as well. There we go. Turning off the high jump boots. There it is.
Yep. Now he'll make it.
Yeah. Well,
he bonked.
A little early on that.
Yeah.
And there you go. That should do it. When you see the foot really close to the floor there, as you're going through the door, that is your frame for the jump. And X-ray has been acquired. Okay, so it's 2 majors. Look, X-ray being used for its intended purpose, but it's not working there. I don't know why.
See it? Yeah. What the heck? Why did he reset?
No.
There's a major there. Why did he reset?
No power bombs. Didn't have power bombs.
Oh my god.
That is so funny.
Oh my god.
And then being denied even looking at what it is just mean. It's just
That's so funny.
All right, go get it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you got to go up on the ledge. You got to go up on the platform for the other item in order to see what's back there, I guess.
You just need to scroll the screen slightly more.
Yeah. It's so funny that it doesn't even give you the little peek there if I guess that tile isn't fully on screen. That is really weird.
It just shows you how jank the X-ray scope really is.
Yeah. It's a special item for sure. And let's see this jump right here. Up a little early, maybe, but it might get it anyway. And there it is. Yeah, you can. There's a couple frames you got where that'll still work. So
DRocky was trying to uwu.
Oh yeah. Ooh, nice beam has been acquired. That's a good one. That's a great one to get. Unless you don't like the whole twice beam thing. A lot of utility there, especially if gravity's in step 7 or 8.
Yep. And as far as I see in chat asking what X-ray's used for in vanilla, it's actually literally just to help you solve all the various puzzles in the game. There are so many just hidden block puzzles in Super Metroid that, as speedrunners who've been playing this game for years, we all take for granted because we just know them all.
Exactly. In fact, it's actually Map Rando that familiarized me with some. Well, I mean, no, I would say for speedrunners, there's a lot of rooms you just never see. I mean, I played the game vanilla for many years, but there were still some rooms that I wasn't very familiar with. If it wasn't like I got to get everything in this playthrough. But yeah, especially for speedrunners, when you have a specific route, it's gonna be like, what is this? What is this room? What is this? Why am I?
So, so I always played 100%, not any percent when I would attempt to speedrun. I'm not very good at it. So for me, that was pretty much just that back door into Meridia from Wrecked Ship is the only place that I've ever felt that.
Right. Yeah, it is. But yeah, the devs essentially were like, okay, this one is for those who like don't want to call the Nintendo hotline, right? They don't want to look through a guide, or they don't have access to one. There you go. You keep this thing handy.
This item is so the poor kids can still enjoy the game.
Yeah. Oh, missed one. Yeah. I personally, I hated X-ray early on, when I was a kid, because I never switched item selection from select to a face button, and also I never got used to canceling items, like item cancel. So once I incorporated both of those things, I'm like, whatever. I mean, I don't even scroll to it unless I need it for a clip.
Absolutely. I was in the same boat. Just as a kid, I would just be like, oh, select switches items. That makes sense. Because, like, the NES was still a relatively current console. Super Nintendo had only been out for a couple of years. And NES didn't have enough face buttons. It had to be select.
Yep, exactly.
Or you could do, like, the Mega Man games and force the player to pause to be able to go into a menu to change weapons. It's like the one thing I dislike about classic Mega Man.
Yeah, I the funny thing is, they've not really left that behind in Metroid, because if you look at Metroid Dread, that's what the Pulse Radar was. Pulse Radar is just like a, hey, here are the secrets. Here they are.
Yep.
And I've watched some playthroughs where, Let's Players absolutely needed it. and it saved their butts. So, yeah.
It's good stuff. We meme on X-Ray because it's only useful for glitches in speedrunning, but it's a great casual item.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, Tharkus, it does help with the invisible bridge, but I mean, really, it's just for finding all the items, because this is a game. It was pretty early in this genre, coming out and saying, hey, you collected this percentage of items.
Yep.
And you didn't want to see, 35, like if you're doing a map rando, you wanted to see 100%. So you have to remember that back then, games were meant to be replayed and replayed for a long time. They were expensive. They tried to pad playtime, things like that. But with Metroid, they made it kind of like You get obsessed with getting all the items, finding all the secrets.
Yeah, I mean, back in '94, Super Metroid was $60 or $70.
Yeah. Can you imagine spending $60 or $70 on a game?
I mean, when you consider that was 1994 money and it's actually about $110 now.
Okay, that's true. That is true. But I mean, hey, you're getting one of the greatest games of all time. So
it's
maybe
true.
unless maybe you didn't know it at the time, but absolute timeless classic.
Then the RPGs of the era were $90, but that was because they had more ROM on the cartridge.
Yeah.
So they were physically more expensive to make.
I wonder how much Star Fox was with the Super FX chip. I don't remember.
My
I do remember
memory
it was
says
insane to play that
50 or
game.
60, but I could be remembering wrong. That game blew my mind as a kid.
Which one?
Star Fox.
Oh, it's Star Fox. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It was just revolutionary. I think the problem I've got, by the way, coming back real quick to the... No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, Chozo actually just found the ship, which is a big find.
Nice. Yeah.
Whereas DRocky has backtracked to go kill Dragon.
Right. That kill is easy now. So that's not a bad idea. Plus, there's no need to escape on the top right, although that... With a runway and a dry room, you can absolutely do that, but don't even have to worry about that because you can exit right back out to the left.
He also doesn't have a runway or dry room.
Right. Do we think Fantoon here?
I mean, it's, what, a 1 in 3 chance?
Never mind.
Not this time.
Yeah. We see Kraid, we see Majors, one at GT. Oh, Kraid is blocking a Major. Interesting. Because you have a Kraid in front of Mission Impossible room, top entrance.
Okay, that's fun.
Let's see DRocky knock this one out.
Looks like Chozo's going to go up for these Majors first. Do you think he goes to the one in GT room?
I think this one's going to be first right here.
Well, yeah.
I will say, I think the Among Us sprite kind of messed up DRocky here because bonked on trying to do that jump to get the grapple point there. But nope, there we go. Got it on the right. Use a little bit of, take a sip out of the reserve tank, and that's going to be Dragon down. A few more supers for Chozo while all that's going on.
I actually didn't know how much health it would drain grappling with no suit at all. So I'm glad DRocky did, and he doesn't actually die.
Right. And it's bombs for ChozoBozo. That's the
that
first.
Would feel a
major
lot
in
better
area.
if he didn't already have space jump and 15 power bomb max.
Yeah. Yeah, bombs, it helps if, like, it's just regular bomb blocks and you don't want to go through the whole lag caused by power bombs. You know, but it's a convenience item at that point.
Whereas if you didn't already have a can fly or only had 5 power bombs, it can be a game changer.
Yeah. Now, we see Chozo taking out some Metroids here while DRocky deals with the... the fakies right here with the mock droids. And being very careful with this because, yeah, they can take a lot of health when you got no suits. Because, the Metroids will deal consistent health, like being in a heated room. But mock droids will take big chunks out of your health if you're not careful.
Yep. And it feels random when they actually deal the damage within that. It's not, but it feels that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's based on how long have they been attached to you, basically.
I think it even carries through to like the next mock droid. I think at least it seems that way.
It feels like it's just a global counter within the room.
Yeah, right. Okay, nice little farm here for DRocky as Chozo
We've got confirmation. Chozo is going for the major in GT room.
Right, in logic with the space jump. And, that's a good one. That is Various suit that has been acquired. by ChozoBozo86. Oh, man. You're always happy to see that one.
Yep. I do want to note that it was in logic the moment they got power bombs. The bomb jump across is in logic.
Okay. Good to know. That one seems, I mean, a horizontal bomb jump like that, where it's just you're starting from the ground, is pretty easy, but it's not the first thing I think of, I suppose.
Yeah. It didn't used to be. I want to say about a year ago that got moved down to hard because it is pretty easy. Because people were complaining that the item in the top of GT was always out of logic and would sometimes break race seeds.
Right. I mean, honestly.
So they decided since that tech was easy, that would be enough to put it in logic instead of previously it required spring ball or space jump.
Honestly, and I'm not someone who's like, once I start going in for weeklies and stuff, I'm not going to be a top racer or anything. But it's just jumping off of crumble blocks with a little bit of practice is actually not that bad.
No, it's not. Even I can do it, and I'm bad.
Yeah. So I'm not saying yeah to you being bad, by the way. I'm just saying it's not hard.
I am. I'm not disputing that.
We're not disputing what you say. I didn't say it. Anyway, Chozo here in Mama Turtle Room. No, honestly, this right here, I like this with space jump. It looks fun. It just looks fun. Boing, boing. There you go.
I love that it doesn't play the space jump, spin jump animation when you do that. So he's just bouncing along the water.
Yeah. Now, ChozoBozo
well, Ranium,
here,
that is exactly why it was in very hard.
Almost surprises in very hard. I assume it's just because failure is death with GT. That is true. And that's one of those things, like, I might not risk it if I don't have a recent save, just to be careful, you know? But yeah, I mean, I've even done it where I had spring ball, but I forget, and I just do the jumps, and I'm like, oh, that could have been easier. Oops.
Forgetting spring ball, classic.
Yeah, that's like a rite of passage. A continual one, actually, because it doesn't matter how many of these you've done. Forgetting items is
literally every racer has forgotten specifically spring ball. Other items get forgotten by different people. Spring ball has been forgotten by everyone.
Standard morph bombs all the time as well. It's like, yeah, you
those are
didn't need to drop a power bomb there, but you know, do your thing. And Chozo has gotten most of Brinstar done here. I didn't see if there were any bosses in Brinstar.
Just the Cray that's blocking the Mission Impossible.
Right. I did see it, and I commented on it. Sweet. On top of things here, chat. Don't you worry.
Yeah. We were talking about forgetting items. It's just, you know, forgetting objectives. Same thing.
We almost had a high five here. They were like ships passing in the night instead.
That's okay.
While DRocky was down here with the Fireflies. ChozoBozo was going top right here to heading up to Kraid.
I mean,
so I'm going to say
that major
this
behind him.
I'm going to say even with Dragon down, I feel like Chozo is a bit in the lead here. That's going to be it's a quick Dragon fight, right? If you were having to do something like an ammo Dragon fight, no grav, all that, yeah, that's a long fight, but and potential failure. But with grapple, it's no big deal. So I feel like Chozo's in the lead right now.
I think it depends on how long it takes DRocky to get to the Kraid point.
Right. I was actually thinking about this heated room here, but I forgot about Varia, so, you know.
I'm wondering whether DRocky will actually go for the GT major. We know it's Varia, but he doesn't know it's that good. He could think, it's probably Spazer or some crap.
Yeah. Okay, look. I'm the one who's supposed to be taking the risks around here by rage baiting with Spazer. You don't have to take that fall with me.
I'm just playing with chat. Chat already commented.
Delta Toast is guessing this is going to be Spazer anyway, so yeah. I guess we'll see.
We'll find out once he stops missing the side hoppers with super missiles.
Oh yeah, and this is going to be luxury has been acquired with some spring ball action for Chozo. I wonder if that. I mean, no, it's not. That wasn't meant for GT because you're coming into Brinstar ideally with space jump already.
Yep, and again, explosives put it in logic.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I think bombs were here, weren't they? Yeah.
Power bombs are enough.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
just
I was thinking about
jump
having to come back
across.
up
It
from
doesn't
ship.
require anything complicated.
I was thinking about having to come back up from ship, but either way, yeah, you got space jump, so that's all. It was already in all that was already in logic.
There we go. So yeah, D-Rocky did choose to skip Varia entirely, and
Right.
bombs for that matter.
So this is one of the things that I think is one of the funniest things about map randos that I didn't know about how Super Metroid was programmed, but sound fonts are a thing. So think of like fonts for typing. There are basically, when you get to, say, Meridia, there are special sounds for some of the creatures that are only in Meridia, that the game doesn't load unless you're in that area. And so the reason the Edicoons beep instead of doing their little sing-song thing, which they only do when you encounter them in their original area,
specifically
of
when you encounter them in green Brinstar. Even if you find them in pink Brinstar, it won't play the right sound. Exactly,
right. And that's why you'll hear some funny sounds from, like, Metroids. Their little screech sound is only going to be in Turian. It's really interesting how the game was put together.
Yeah. It's, for whatever reason, there are some things that we would call sound effects that are programmed in as types of music.
Right. I don't have offhand. I don't know offhand which ones those are, but yeah, it's really fascinating to go back, see how they overcame the limitations of the technology at the time of the Super Nintendo, and made such a huge game. So
D-Rocky, I think it's a good thing he saved at the ship.
Yeah, that was getting ugly.
Yeah, and I don't even think the concept of sound channels existed yet on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Now, unless you're talking about like, if you mean sound channels as in stereo sound, I don't think that's what they're talking about here, because you have how many? Is it eight sound channels? Which is the reason why you'll have some of the music. Some of the music will cut out when you're firing your beam, is because that's on the same sound channel, but it'll prioritize that sound effect over the background music, that particular channel of the background music.
So D-Rocky chose to go for Kraid first and is now going up for where bombs and Varia are.
Right.
Which is a weird choice to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess. Well, the thing is, D-Rocky blundered into Kraid, I think, unless I'm mistaken.
No, he already had the map.
Already had the map. Okay, well,
he got the map and went straight to Kraid. I don't get it.
Blinded or blunded, or what? All of the above. None of that happened, because apparently D-Rocky did have the map and said, "I'm going there first." I mean, yeah, it would make a little more sense, I think, to get Kraid on the way out, right? But
unless, because there was a connector at the top left through toilet, I think, wasn't there? No, it was a different region. I'm just trying to think, like, why would he do that?
I don't know. I feel like the reasoning I always go to is like, tournament nerves. I don't know. Single elimination nerves. Could be that. Yeah, there you go. Taken.
We make fun of it, but it is real.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And so I'm not sure why Chozo's going backwards here. Oh, just farming.
He's just trying to farm before Dragon.
Yeah.
He has Varia, so it shouldn't do as much damage to him as we saw D-Rocky take, but it's still really nice to have the safety net, the leeway.
Right. Especially if there's no nearby save or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure Chozo will have no problem here and should be able to take out Dragon pretty easily with Varia. And DRocky did go up to get Varia. There you go. You love to see that.
Now he's an orange among us.
That's right. One can only guess what color change will happen with Gravity Suit. It's probably purple.
I'm almost certain it's purple.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy with some of the alternate sprites seeing what palette did they choose for the different suits, because while many of them are just orange and purple for the Varia and Gravity versions, some of them are not.
Right. It is. I was interested to see that when a fairly same thing, almost the same thing for ChozoBozo. It just wasn't even up there on the platform yet, or on the ledge.
He took a tail swipe. He's running out of his leeway for the boss fight.
Yeah, might have to farm some goop here.
He should be good if he gets it on this try.
I don't know. That is a nearly full health Dragon right there, but I think this should be enough. There goes Dragon. Yeah. And that is a second fried shrimp in this round 1. Hope you were hungry.
Yeah. With Varia, no big deal.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even without, it would have been, there might have been a few points of energy left. Maybe.
It would have been real close.
I honestly can't believe I had the opportunity to use the Among Us sound effect in this tournament. So thank you, DRocky. Appreciate you, buddy.
I love that you had an Among Us sound effect prepared without even knowing that you were going to need to use it.
It's for whenever I'm looking at a PC building company and it doesn't look all that great, or maybe it looks a little bit sketchy when I'm looking at them on stream. So there you go. That's what
I love that that's the reason you have it, of all the reasons it could be.
Yep. When I'm picking out sound effects, I'm like, I'd rather have it and not need it than the opposite.
Okay, so the racers honestly are really close to even. It's just a matter of who can get to the next area of progression first from these different locations, because they are at exactly the same point right now.
Right, they just flipped. It's just flipped. Because DRocky did take out Dragon first and then head to Brinstar. Now finishing out Brinstar as Chozo just came back from taking down Dragon.
And Norfair's right here, so I feel like that is an advantage for DRocky. And maybe that's the reason for his route choice of doing Crate before.
Okay, deciding to take the plunge here.
He has a save. I think this is fine because you just saved at ship moments ago.
Right. And there's another one nearby too, but it's a save before Sandpit that matters.
Yes.
And also, there's not really any situation you can get into that you can't get out of, having high jump boots and ice and everything when it comes to going down a Sandpit, unless there's something like, I don't know, a speed lock. That could be bad.
Yeah. I mean, you can run into situations, I think there's still, well, with ice you can get through it. I was going to say one of the sand halls you can't get through without gravity or ice, but they have ice.
Okay, looks like we might have required Croc here. Might be guarding the map, maybe.
I'm shocked he chose not to just kill Croc.
Yeah.
When you start with charge, Croc is free.
Well, it's because this hallway right here, you can kind of go across and see if you can go get around those cutscenes. And if you don't have charged plasma, you're there where every time Croc pauses and just starts blinking, you're like, today, Junior. Whoa!
He's just going to do it.
Let's go. All right.
Okay.
Just going to taking out Ridley now. Find a Ridley, kill a Ridley. That's DRocky's way.
That's wild. With just charge ice, he's got 18 super missiles he came in here with, but
and like 20 power bombs. And that is, if you get double hits, that's 400 damage each. It's a lot slower than super missiles, but almost as powerful with a double hit, which DRocky has stun locked Ridley here. And Ridley's just gonna hover and be like, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to swoop, or I don't know if I want to pogo. I just don't know. It's just those bright lights are so bright. Yeah, that's the internal monologue, by the way. That's canonically.
I love it.
Yeah. I almost got into Kermit the Frog territory, but I still, I pulled back a little bit on that.
Hey ho, Braithorn the commentator here.
Braithorn the commentator here.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know. Should I attack my own nemesis or not? These lights are making it tough.
I do also like that DRocky has chosen to hang on to a couple of power bombs.
Right. You never know.
And has hung on
the
to
run to the
15
left, you
supers
can
to
farm
make the
power bombs
second
there off the
half.
frogs, so it's that would have been fine. But
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
Tholius.
he missed a super.
Oh, that's gonna take. Well, basically, those extra power bombs. Drop 2 of them, and you're all caught up there. So.
Yeah.
Wait, is Ridley dead? No, not yet.
No. He's making up his missed super with charge shots.
Oof. Oh my goodness. This is
The
actually
tail
getting
just
really close.
ate all of the hits.
Yeah, that's really close. Be careful. Oh, I missed what? Wait. What was that? What was that for Chozo there? Oh, speed booster has been acquired. There you go. Chozo getting speed. No worries about speed locks here. And the map for Norfair was not locked behind Ridley, although it kind of was, I guess. Not locked, but...
Oh
no!
Oh, poor DRocky.
Oh, what a valiant effort, but it was not
That's so
to
tragic.
be this time around.
That's so tragic.
That was such a good fight otherwise. Man. That had to be. That was the end of the fight, wasn't it?
Yeah. If he
Yeah.
didn't miss that super, he would have actually had Ridley dead.
Yeah. And Big Pink is right there, of course, so now DRocky sees that.
Now he knows that he wasted his time.
You know what? It wasn't a massive time waste or anything. There was a recent save.
Yeah, it's a couple minutes.
And now, maybe Ridley's scared, right? Like, Ridley's scared now.
Yeah, it's about sending a message.
Right. That message is, I missed a super missile. I'll come back later. That was the message. And gonna get speed booster here and continue on to the map. It's a tiny bit of an annoyance right there from the way the map is laid out. How Big Pink kind of perfectly goes around everything else and then just like kind of guides you around to the map here. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's nice to not have to wait
ChozoBozo
30
has
minutes
just
to get the
found
map
your
in
favorite.
Norfair.
Chozo just found Wave at the bottom at Aqueduct.
Oh, cool. So, best being acquired. There you go.
Exactly.
I was watching DRocky because I wanted to get a good look at the map, actually. So, yeah.
I even tried to queue you up. I told you he found your favorite.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was, I just got in the weeds here. Like, okay, got over there his mother brain, and
It
got Ridley,
happens.
and up there, okay, got their aqueduct, got a major, So that's how my voice sounds inside my head, by the way.
So with
just,
the runners knowing that Ridley is in Norfair and Mother Brain is in Norfair, it's now just kind of a race to find Fantoon.
And we have an early map here in Turian with multiple majors to be had. Wait. Where's Fantoon? Hold on.
I guess would be
Criteria.
Criteria?
Criteria map? Okay. All right, we'll see what this major is up here from, unless that was Wave. That was Wave. You know what? I'm going to do it now because I did it before, but Best Beam has been acquired. There you go.
There's the Braithorn excitement I wanted the first time.
There you go. Yeah. I just, I was just warming up the first time. That's not Spazer. Plasma? No. Y'all heard me. You saw it. You heard it. And it was on the internet, so it's true. By the way, I kind of hated the Ripper room there. DRocky just until I saw someone just go in and drop a power bomb right away and kill every one of them in one PB. I was like, oh, nice. It's just really just a reload for power super missiles. Nice.
And learned that they all drop supers.
Yeah.
Because that was the other thing Kid Me didn't know.
Yeah. Now, here's what I don't know. Do you go down to bottom right to try and get that major? Do either of them really need more majors at this point? They're kind of in go mode already. Although
so it's either
Chozo even more.
Screw, gravity, or beam upgrades.
Right. I mean, you could get a slightly quicker kill on Fantoon if you get plasma. So, but one of those items will be Spazer, I suppose, unless it's one that was missed earlier.
Still an upgrade unless you find it after plasma.
Yeah. Sorry, but my voice chat just freaked out for a second, but I'm back. It is still more damage, yes. What is it? What does it add with a charge shot? I know iced is like an extra 150.
I want to say with a charge shot, it adds 60 damage.
Okay.
Per charge
That's
shot.
something. Yeah, if there are two next to each other, just assume one is Spazer, the other plasma. Yes, there is something in the logic here for that. But there it is. Spazer for the fans has been acquired by Chozo. But yeah, there is something you can turn off in the logic when you're setting up a seed, and that is to basically guarantee or to prioritize Spazer before plasma. Even if it's late game, if plasma is one of the last items you'll get, Spazer can be one of the last items you get just before it. But if it's also late in the game, you can basically skip Spazer.
Yeah, often even with that setting, you'll see both items on the same step.
Right.
There's both filler at the same time. But
exactly.
It is nice that it makes it more likely that you'll find Spazer when it still serves a purpose.
True, true. Spazer early can be real nice.
The Spazer is the one and only beam in this game that is fully obsoleted.
Yeah. Now there is a way to get all of the beams on at once, but if you shoot it, you'll crash the game.
Which is why it's disabled in Map Rando.
Yeah,
the quality of life settings we race at. Because there's
quality
other
of life
glitches
not
you
crashing
can
the
do
game.
with it.
Yeah.
There's other glitches you can do with it that don't crash the game, but can instead do other weird stuff.
Right.
If memory serves, there's a way to reset the game without resetting your progress, so you just keep all your items and all the other items are placed back where they were, and you can get essentially infinite super missiles and power bombs and everything. And there's weird stuff you can do with that glitched beam.
There's this whole setup, I think, that ends with GT, if I'm not mistaken. That you end up getting weird characters or your missiles or any items above the maximum. I think just missiles really that go over.
I think you're thinking of the overflow glitch, which is done with Dragon.
Okay. No, I've done one that was
Underflow.
Oh, man, I don't know. Honestly, it's been a while since I've played.
There's all sorts of
vanilla.
weird Super Metroid glitches.
Yeah.
Not all of them are modeled in Map Rando logic. Just the ones that would be fun or interesting.
Well, we might be seeing Chozo. Well, we're seeing Chozo heading right now, trying to get to the criteria map because we know Fantoon has to be there. And it required Spospo.
Required Spospo?
Let's go. I do like the crouching sprite, just kind of hunkering, sitting down.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
like it's a well done troll sprite.
It is.
But it is a troll sprite. Oh, one of the little spores ate his missile.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. That's always annoying. DRocky is crashing out here because I would be too. Yeah, it is frustrating. It's a slow fight already. Oh, Chozo's getting ejected out of the room. I hate that open door, but I also like the fact that it's like, it doesn't lock you in if you don't want to fight Spospo. Not until you do damage. But the thing is, it's a while before you can do damage to Spore Spawn.
So in the vanilla game, Spore Spawn is locked by a super missile door down there because you're not supposed to have super missiles yet.
Yeah.
The devs recently were talking about not wanting to change that door to a blue door or like an unlocked door or something like that and leaving it as is because they think it's funny when people fall, basically.
Yeah.
And that it almost never has like implications.
When you're like trying to get out of top left of fish tank and wait, hold on. Is it also locked behind Botwoon? Is the map also locked behind Botwoon? That would be so funny. No, it's not. It's not.
No.
I wasn't paying attention.
It was just Botwoon hiding in one of the rooms that looked like it could be Fantoon.
Yeah, that is so funny because you hear the music cut out, the load time is a little longer, and you're like, okay, this is a fan, and you're like, oh, never mind then. And it's gonna happen to Chozo here as well. Let's see.
Look on his face.
Just a slow blink, the slowest of slow blinks.
I'm sorry, the look on his face is incredible.
It is.
Chozo's just like, are you kidding?
The thing is, I would say this is not really a troll seed, but there are elements of it. If you go looking for them, it's pretty great. This is a good start here. But I will say also, I really like the fact that we got face cams for both of our players here. That just adds so much. Definitely not something that is required if a runner is not comfortable with it or not set up for it, but it is it does add to the experience for us.
Yep. I know several people have chosen to just have a PNG or a static image as their camera. And then people who have them have used VTubers.
Yeah.
And that's fine too.
Yeah, that's one thing is, I mean, we everyone's here to race. And not everyone, if you're more here, like I'm here for competition, that's the priority, right? Entertainment can come second. Like that's, that is, it's one of those things. Whatever makes you most comfortable to where you're going to bring your A game, that's all that we want as fans.
Yep. I just appreciate that most people have put something there so that they have something of personality. We had at least one person had a watering hole, Varia, and Gravity screenshot as their camera image.
Yeah.
Which is just funny.
That is gold. It is. Here's one thing I'm surprised by. So you know how from Mother Brain 1 to 2, it's basically no time at all. It just immediately goes. I'm wondering why some of the boss cutscenes haven't been shortened or cut. It doesn't really serve any function in the game. Other than, I guess, stretching your hands a little bit, kind of loosening up a bit.
They didn't change anything with the Mother Brain 1 to 2 transition. It's 2 to 3 that got removed for Map Rando unless you play with that quality of life setting turned off.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. 1 to 2 is, I was thinking about the wrong one. It's 2 to 3. 2 to 3, there's no time.
2 to 3 is because it is purely a cutscene. There is no real loss condition when you get Hyper Beam. You're just kind of waiting for the baby, and there's some speedrun tricks you can do to let you damage during the cutscene, but
okay, actually,
there's no challenge to it. I think that's the reason why it's been removed in Map Rando.
I'm going to correct both of us because I was correct the first time. In vanilla, after Mother Brain 1 falls, you're just sitting there in silence. Just for 3-4 seconds, and that has been cut out. Like Mother Brain falls to the floor and immediately stands up. That was a change that was made. So
I also know that the flashing lights were reduced.
Yes, thank you for that. Also, the option to reduce shaking is really nice too.
I love that it's not just remove, but there is a reduced option as well. Because I do like that there is a shaking effect. Just the default one is so intense that it makes things annoying.
Yeah, they didn't do it halfway, that's for sure, when they made the game. Oh, that's not where you want to go. Sorry, not helpful commentary, but hey.
So both runners are working their way back to Norfair from Crateria. It's kind of a jaunt because They had to get to the map through Croc Speedway and couldn't go back the way they came.
Right. And yeah, you know what? I was speculating earlier that gravity would be super late, and yeah, no gravity suit. It is just
it's one of those majors in Turian that the runners both decided to not grab.
And you know, fair enough. It's not necessary to finish the game, so it makes a lot of sense. But that is it. They're both going to be heading out to take out Ridley, and D-Rocky getting there a little earlier, a little more eager for some reason to kill Ridley. I could not venture to guess why. No idea.
I'm honestly shocked with that death setback that he's still in a minor lead.
Yeah. Well, it's because of that save being so close by. Also, Chozo, you had 23 power bombs. You did not need to use morph bombs through Gauntlet, but hey, building suspense, I suppose.
I've definitely done that one. Occasionally, your JRPG brain turns on and you're just hoarding all resources, regardless of actual need.
Man, forget about it. Like I hate thinking about that aspect of myself that so many others share as well. Just like
it's such a universal experience.
What if I
need the ether? JRPGs.
What if I need 99 ethers in the final boss fight? Like, okay, you don't. Yeah, it never turns off.
It never turns off, but it's less pronounced in other genres.
Yeah. Elixir is what I meant to say, by the way, not ether, but you get what I'm saying. You got what I was saying. Okay, so not where you need to go to get to Ridley. You got to keep going up, then go down.
It is an annoying loop around.
But not a bad idea to grab a save here. And there we go. Little deja vu here for D-Rocky, but with 25 supers. Oh, well, 24, if you miss one.
We also see him holding 16 instead of holding 15 this time.
Smart move.
It gives him that little bit of leeway. I think it is the absolute right choice.
And D-Rocky really has this powerbomb timing down with Ridley in the right position. Just getting to that nice friendly hover mode.
Yep, this powerbomb stun lock is way harder than he's making it look.
Yeah. Just a few missiles there, just for good measure. D-Rocky taking no chances. That's two.
There's two
down.
misses.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, no.
Is that three? Was that three misses?
I think he's missed 3 total. Yeah.
Oh no!
But
okay,
2 misses when he got to the 15 super 50% point.
I don't care how many times you fought Ridley. He is a pain.
He's a jerk.
And Ridley down. There you go. Just as they high five right here for Chozo to take on Ridley. But as Chozo's doing that, D-Rocky is going to leave everything behind. Okay. Because
Chozo does have an extra beam, though. So he gets an easier setup. He doesn't need to worry about powerbomb shenanigans because with Spazer, it's what? 3 of those is a super missile?
Yeah.
No, it's 2 of those is a super missile.
All right, no, 3 would be if it was 200 damage. So
yeah.
Oh.
Interesting that he's being so conservative with ammo, though.
Right. I do want to mention here. I'm really impressed with ChozoBozo. I haven't seen many of ChozoBozo's races. And just based off of a glance, because I like to do a little bit of research before each of these, seeing that it always reminds me that number of races recorded on the leaderboards for the season is never the full story, because D-Rocky's in the hundreds, has a couple hundred under his belt for just this season. Chozo has 30 recorded races on the leaderboards for season 4, but keeping right up with D-Rocky regardless. So you can't just go based off of certain numbers.
I don't know. I think that depends on the runner. You can definitely look at mine and go, yeah, that looks about right.
No. I mean, look, I've watched you take rounds win race. I've watched you do this. Okay, you're good at what you do. I will take no self-deprecating remarks from you, sir. Thank you.
I'm just saying, I have over 100 races and I'm placed accurately.
Well, okay, if you say so. But yeah, that's DRocky is really cruising. Oh no!
Oh no, Chozo! I think Ridley was dead too, and just he positioned wrong for the grab and got bonked instead.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for Chozo, and unless DRocky somehow loses way too much health here, that's gonna be it for this round one. It puts it firmly in DRocky's court here to win or lose.
DRocky having some trouble with the Zeb skip, but does eventually get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, both runners having dropped to Ridley is kind of wild.
You know what? It did. You know what it did? It kind of evened things out for us to see just how much faster DRocky was in this race one, right? Because they both had the same time loss.
Yeah,
but they took different routes.
I think other than the doing Kraid before the Varia, DRocky had the better route.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a smarter move to go on and kill Dragon earlier.
Yeah.
Not have to do that backtrack. When you have enough health and grapple beam, like, you just do it, you know?
Chat does have it right. We need to get guessing escape timers. The ship is in Brinstar directly above Norfair, so he just needs to get through Norfair back to the ship.
I'm going to say 115.
I'm going to guess, I was going to say 105.
Okay, 115 for me.
Chat, get your guesses in there. Try to win this metaphorical cookie as we will learn what the escape timer is momentarily.
Oh, careful, DRocky. You don't
He's
have
still
that
alive,
much health
as
to
long
throw
as he
around.
doesn't take another one. And Mother Brain is not, so it's fine.
There you go. It is so funny. The morph sprite being the vent and just completely flat, almost like Kirby sprite. Oh my god! Look at that! Look at the fatigue
so
sprite.
Good. It's so good.
Oh man! You know what? Just for that,
30.
Let's get one more in there.
Doesn't look like anyone gets the metaphorical cookie this time. I don't see a 130 in chat.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. There's no 130 there. I do regret not having. Oh, it is red with gravity.
Why
What
is
the
it
heck?
red with gravity?
I'm glad I used the sound effect because that is sus. It's supposed to be purple. I'm offended as a purple enjoyer here. Yeah, 130. I don't know. I mean, based on how you described it, seems a little generous, but it depends on the complexity of the route. So. The timer is usually pretty on on the dot with leaving a little 20-second cushion.
They have to go up both Big Pink and then Worst Room back to back.
Yeah,
which are both rooms that have a lot of ability to lose time.
Yeah,
like neither one's hard to navigate during the escape, but there's a lot of ways to lose your optimizations and drop time that you didn't need to drop.
Right.
As we see, he even misses one of his jumps and has to redo a space jump to get up just that little bit of Worst Room.
Yeah. That's why it's called what it is. But that's going to be it. The winner of round one is DRockyLizard. So that's GG's to both racers. As Chozo was just about to be on the way to Mother Brain there. But that is going to be your round one in this bronze semifinal single elimination best of 3. So while the racers are while everything's getting set up for race number 2, we're going to take a little break. So stick around, stand up, stretch, grab yourself a snack, do what you got to do, but do not miss race number 2 for this best of 3.
Don't touch that dial.
Right. If you have a dial for your device, don't touch it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm old. Let me have my anachronisms.
All right. We'll be back soon as well. So stick around. We'll see you soon for race number 2.
See you guys in a few minutes. That's right. It's game 2 of DRockyLizard versus ChozoBozo86. They've chosen random objectives this time. I'm still Jax Oman. We've still got Braithorn as co-commentary. Slam's still doing the tracking. So Braithorn, what did these guys pick for their 2 chosen random objectives?
Okay, well, first off, they vetoed GT and Dragon. So no GT, no Dragon. And then they Chozo picked Plasma Pirates and DRockyLizard picked Bowling and specifically said for the fans. So hope you guys like bowling. And the interesting choices, I would say. Specifically since bowling requires killing Fantoon. So Fantoon could be an unofficial 5th objective, depending on how these objectives turn out. Which yeah, I don't. Well, let's chat about that more in a minute because we're gonna find out soon. Because this race is starting in 3, 2, 1, go!
I love Chozo counting down to the camera for it too.
I had assistance for that one. Thank you, Chozo. Appreciate it.
I love that they're starting in Bomb Teresa room, so we get an extra objective to start.
Space jump has been acquired.
Oh my god, DRocky is a sprite can.
Yep. The sprite. It's the actual sprite. The meta sprite. We love it. How do you short charge with that? I guess muscle memory, but jeez.
I mean, if you got old man hands, you already can't read the sprite to short charge, and you just have to learn the timing. So
true. Yeah, I'll say this though. Both of these seeds did not seem to be interested in testing our runners for their bomb jumping skills, because early space jump both races so far. And
you love hate to see it. At least neither of them accidentally fell in the drink and got soft blocked.
Yeah, because that would be another time you have to kill Bomb Teresa. So yeah, you don't want that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Watch out for those Metroids.
I'm actually shocked he only took 10 damage, because usually the damage you take on door transition is much higher.
Just like that.
Yeah,
wow,
see,
down to 28 for Chozo. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting. I wonder what caused DRocky to take so little.
I don't, no idea. I mean, a few frames can make a big difference, it seems.
So yes, I do see in chat, yes, Batoon and Metroid 3 are the other 2 objectives. I was also going to say, before we got rudely interrupted by them starting the race, right. The fun thing about Plasma Pirates as an objective is it is one of the few objectives that has pretty strict requirements.
Right.
You need Plasma, Speed Booster, or Screw Attack, or Charge Beam,
right,
to be able to kill them.
Pretty strict requirements that can be approached in different ways, because you have requirements for weapons and for movement in order to get out of the room.
Yep. But
with Space Jump,
that part's solved.
That movement requirement is done. You're good.
I just like it because, like, some of the objectives, like if Bomb Teresa is an objective, you can kill it with literally no gear, as we just saw. But Plasma Pirates is like, they're going to have to hunt for a major. It's like a speed lock, kind of.
The timing on this is important. Watch out for that turtle. Oh my goodness, no!
No!
That was the wrong wall bonk. That was the wrong, it was supposed to be the other side.
When I'm doing that, I actually go lower so you can see Mama Turtle.
Yeah.
And make the jump from lower.
That save made it no big deal. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe it's a slightly big deal. That's 2. Mama Turtle out for blood.
She's being mean today.
My goodness.
He's real thankful for that save right before it.
Oh yeah. As are we. We want to see these roasters right on each other's heels. We want to see a close race. We don't like bullying around here, Mama Turtle. Thank you very much. Okay, nice green gate glitch there for DRocky, or blue gate, excuse me. Just gate glitch.
Second try gate glitch.
Yeah.
That room is scary to gate glitch with 99 life.
Abort! Abort! Too much heat. Yeah, that's DRocky showing some good nerve there, saying like, I can take some hell runs. I'm good, but I don't have morph, so I cannot use my power bombs yet.
I will say I am genuinely impressed at how well done this sprite is.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this level of animation for a can of soda.
I'm not sure how I feel about the space jump sprite. It's just kind of
it's hilarious.
There's a lot of pixels. It's just a bunch of pixels, but it's not really smeared texture like you get with Samus. But hey, still cool. And we've got Orb.
ChozoBozo taking another death too.
That is rough. Honestly, it's hard to say how a runner's gonna react to going into a round 2, 1 behind, you know, to losing race number 1. I hope that if that's what that is, that Chozo shakes that off. Because you know, we want that.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
We're biased. We're biased towards
3.
Chozo this time. We want 3 races. So
that's right. We want
Chozo to win this one. It's as simple as that.
Sorry, DRocky. Again. DRocky, someone who I have found out does take that personally, by the way. Just a heads up. And we've got Nice Beam for DRockyLizard.
I'm still not going to apologize. He's literally a tournament admin. He should understand commentators wanting 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's whether or not you see it as someone wanting bad things to happen to you, you know? Like that's, oh no, and speaking of bad things, Chozo taking death number 4? 4? Am I do we need a death counter on screen? I don't want that.
I think
that
that's
feels
4.
bad. That feels bad. Come on, Chozo. Yeah, a good thing Chozo is keeping up with the saves here, at least. But yeah, that's not going to feel good. That will rattle any runner. Taking that many consecutive deaths early in the game. Early game is where you set your momentum for the rest of the race.
Yep. And we're seeing that ice beam put into use immediately, getting through Metroid 4.
Missed it on the last one, but enough health to make it through regardless. And another item check coming up here on the right. And DRocky is going to go see what...
Depending on what the room is below, he may be soft locked.
Maybe. But that is Various Suit for DRockyLizard. That's a big find. And there's some areas now that DRocky can go back to.
I know with ice and high jump you can get out of there, or ice and spring ball, but I don't... Well...
Okay. Is that like
now he's definitely soft locked. It's
is that a cherry sprite can now? I think Varia
yes.
for the sprite is cherry sprite can. That's pretty good. Okay, seeing more majors here. Did you catch any objectives there? I don't think so.
I didn't see any.
And I see in chat to the right though.
He didn't. I see in chat what is Metroid's 3. The 3rd Metroid room is the 2nd horizontal Metroid room. 2 and 4 are the vertical ones. 1 and 3 are the horizontal ones, and it's literally just the order that they appear in Turian in the vanilla game.
Right. Hang on. What did DRocky was soft locked?
He was soft locked. When he went down to get to the map, he fell into the left side of Fish Tank, and there was no way out of there. Without high jump, you can't even ooh it.
So for tracking, Varia is not something that DRocky has right now. Oh, did you see the Kago, the accidental Kago?
I sure did.
And the little smile.
As someone who can't Kago on purpose, I feel those accidental Kagos.
So as someone who, like, first off, I'm an empath. I don't really like seeing people stressed out or thinking that they might be stressed out, right? I am too familiar with that feeling myself. I wish that somehow Chozo could know that there's not as much of a lead for DRocky now, considering that setback, but that will have to remain unknown for Chozo. And yes, I was
Chozo making the same choice, but didn't check. Okay, he is gonna go check.
Yeah.
Because even if they can't keep it, knowing that Varia's here is really valuable info.
It's huge. Yeah, you see that in the expression there. Varia, the value cannot be understated. It really cannot.
Yep.
It
I want to see
changes
his
the whole
expression
pace.
when he goes down here and realizes he's soft locked.
Yeah, you see that tape there? It's a bad time. Oh, yep. That is not enough runway, and you do not have. Yeah, that's out of logic completely. But you do get them. You do want to get the map. You want to get that info, and then you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to go get this. I'm going to go get that. That's going to help you out in your progress. And Chozo did get a lot of, I think I had maybe a more recent save than DRocky did at the time.
I don't know. I think it might be at the same point.
Yeah, as long as DRocky doesn't go through that warning door there, the caution tape door, should be able to get out of here with having Ice Beam.
There is a way to, I think you go through it morphed, and unmorph, you can make it to the right platform.
Yes.
But it looks like he's going to just try to make it up with just Ice Beam. And both fish.
There you go.
He's got the setup. Okay. Apparently just ice is enough to get out.
That's right. And we get to see that nice cherry sprite again. The cherry sprite. Ugh.
It's so funny. It makes me wonder what the gravity suit is going to look like.
I think
guys, I use a lot of silly sprites. I don't use this one.
Yeah. Although I appreciated the humor of it from afar.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Oh, DRocky does not have enough super missiles to get through Metal Pirates.
Boy. Well, okay, logically. I mean, I've done it on 5. I have done it with 5.
No, I meant he currently has 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
I would do it on 5. Like, the save's right above. I would go save and do it on 5.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's trying to farm the Rippers when there's a farm room right above. Just go up, farm, save, come down, do it on 5.
Yeah, DRocky.
I think he just realized that.
What's wrong with you?
I think he just realized that. You see the look on his face.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. By the way, this Map Rando Best of 3 race is not sponsored by Sprite. Just to be clear, it would probably be plastered all over the overlay here if it was.
Does Sprite even do gaming sponsorships? I know some like soda companies do, and not just like Red Bull, who actually like does esports.
Right.
Like I know Coca-Cola does League of Legends sponsors.
Wow, really?
Yes, really.
Huh.
I'm wondering if Sprite has ever done any of that. I'm now curious.
I mean, I think, you know what? I don't know if we're getting too into that topic here. I think, aren't they part of Coca-Cola? So technically the Coca-Cola company is, let's stop talking about brands on this broadcast. I'm fine
I
with realized that. We are talking a lot about that. Sorry, SpeedGaming Network, my bad. Wow, Tharxis. Language. Sorry. I mean, dang. Sprite catching strays over here.
It's fine.
Okay. DRocky here, making his way to another major. Let's see what it is. And it is Plasma Beam, otherwise known as Plasmers.
You'll love to see it.
Yep. DRocky sure does. I feel like I missed. Did I miss nice? No, I didn't miss that one. I feel like I missed another major somewhere. But hey, it's all right.
I think it was just a regrab, and your brain is telling you you were supposed to announce it when it was a regrab.
Maybe, probably. Energy.
Which now, because I've watched too much Super Mario commentary, I want to make a regrab joke, but I'm not going to because I can't think of one.
Oh, I guess that's something I need to watch then to get what you're getting at there. But I don't watch a lot of Super Mario speedrunning, honestly. I'm yeah. It's Legend of Zelda and Super Metroid for me usually.
Missed one of the supers.
Oh, that
doesn't have enough missiles for the metal pirate.
Yeah.
Can still exit through the door that was left open, so he's okay. Just that's
frustrated.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. That is frustrating. And D-Rocky making his way through Leodox. As Chozo here
Such
is
an annoying room.
It is. It's just yeah. It makes sense in terms of the vanilla escape. Like, okay, you're not. Do you think that you were just getting through here easily? No. Planet's exploding. Time to explore.
Honestly, it's an annoying room even in vanilla.
Yeah. You don't need much to be able to get through it, honestly. You can just get through it. Pretty much whatever your loadout is, as long as you can avoid damage. But there are times when you'll be early in a seed and you'll see that and you're like, I'll go elsewhere first. I have other options for checking doors right now. So D-Rocky is done with that area. Chozo making his way over to it right now.
That could surely now D-Rocky. Yeah, he's going Metal Pirates now. Okay.
Yeah.
With Varia, it's an easy 5 super kill.
Yeah. You're not rushed. You can take your time. You can take those hits. It really does not... it doesn't challenge you quite as much. So.
When you don't have Varia, you feel pressured like you have to get the...
Ooh, gravity suit has been acquired. That is huge. Double suit seed. How about that?
Yep. But without Varia, you feel rushed. You feel like you have to go for the clean 3-hit kill, where you just kill them in a single jump, basically.
Right.
With Varia, nah, if you miss that, it's no big deal. You don't need to stress about it. You don't need to take the risk of missing a shot.
Yeah, and it's just in general. I mean, without either suit, you know, when you're suitless, they can do a lot of damage. So if you're really familiar with that little fight with killing the metal pirates, it can be easy. But
way off to the right, that now that he has gravity, he can get to.
Nice. Okay.
And I think gravity is just straight up required in order to leave Brinstar. True.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think gravity was really accessible. I mean, or it was a lot easier to reach with Varia. Potentially possible without it, with a little bit of farming here and there if you haven't picked up that much health.
For sure. Logical, not sure.
Yeah. So this is somewhat of a linear seed then, at least with a little bit of trial and error. It becomes somewhat of a linear seed. And by trial and error, I mean, I'm soft locked kind of trial and error.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite kind.
Sure.
Yeah. And we're gonna be seeing what that major is shortly. Delta Toast. I honestly wish I'd gotten a better look at the map, or at least the right side of the map where D-Rocky is now. But that's why scroll your maps, everyone. Yeah, give us a good 7 or 8 seconds with it, you know, as commentators.
Nah, they're racing. They can go as fast as they want. It's on us to try to be as fast as they are at reading the map. But scroll the darn thing. We've had races literally decided by overlooks because someone didn't scroll their map.
Right. Yep. And that's when, like, you don't want to lose like that. You want it to be something where it was like, I was good, my opponent was better, what a good race. You don't want like, I missed an obvious thing. Ooh, charge beam has been acquired. Charge
real happy
plasma,
to see that.
Ice. That's it.
Because
that's crazy.
That takes all of the ammo pressure off. You would otherwise care about ammo for Mother Brain still, even though you don't necessarily have to kill Ridley in this seed. Now with charge plasma, nah, you'll nuke Mother Brain. You just need enough missiles for Mother Brain 1.
Yeah. Kianja, I feel like Overlookies absolutely sounds like an Emmett-ism.
It is.
Yes, okay. All right.
So now DRocky's got a choice to go to Criteria or Meridia.
We like a good 50-50.
Metal Pirates by ChozoBozo. I want to call that out because we were talking about being able to do it the slow, safe way earlier. ChozoBozo nails it the fast way.
Yeah, and also reacts very strongly to seeing gravity there. Hold up. What was that reaction from DRocky? What did I miss? The map is super far away, I imagine, in Meridia?
Yes.
That's what you do when you have such a close 50-50. Two area entrances are so close to each other. Oh, man, that's speed locked. Okay, Criteria speed locked. That means it is going to be Meridia. And I'm guessing that map is, that Meridia map is actually in Narnia because that reaction...
The Meridia map is definitely in Narnia, but now we know speed's going to be there or a connection to another region is going to be there.
Right.
It has to be one of the two.
Right. And Meridia, in terms of size in the map around, it's kind of in the middle, essentially. You know, you have the two extremes of Wreck Ship and Norfair being the smallest and the largest, respectively. And then it's sort of like you have that gradient. Meridia is kind of in the middle there. So if you see a faraway map, you still want to get it. Oh, there it is. Speed booster has been acquired. Speed booster for DRocky. Now, what do you do here, Jax? I want to know your take on this. Do you go back to Criteria right away, or do you continue through Meridia? Oh, Spazer for the fans.
I didn't see where the map was in relation to his current location, and that's what would decide it for me.
Boy. I gotta say, DRocky killing it on this one. The only setback having been that soft lock that got both of them, but gave them both the map. Is that really a soft lock, or are you just sacking for the map? You know, that I don't think I would even call that a setback. You're going to get the map, you reset. The only thing was, you know, you want to get, more saves early and often, right? Yeah.
And it looks like DRocky did choose to just go right back and go to Criteria instead.
Yeah. Criteria is I believe, a smaller area than Meridia. So to me, that kind of makes sense, you know?
It is, but also because you knew it was speed locked, usually you're thinking your next progression step will be here because you had to use the previous progression step item to get there.
And Meridia could kind of stand as a, oh, don't you want to go explore here and fall behind? Come on. Come look.
Yeah. But there could also be an objective there, and by leaving, he could have been one room away from an objective. We don't know.
This is why I'm glad we don't get like the spoiler log as commentators ahead of time, because
Yes.
none of us know. It is a secret to everyone. And there we go. Charge beam for Chozo.
This is where your Zelda fandom is coming in, isn't it?
Just a bit. Yep. I love Super Metroid, but I don't have a Super Metroid tattoo.
Why not? You should.
Because I should add to the end of that yet. Okay? Yet.
There you go. Okay. All right, so it looked like Metroid Room 3 is in Criteria.
Right. And, I'll say this. This seed, super generous at the beginning. It's almost as if when you've got two suits and charge and plasma, it's basically the seed saying, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yep. It's a jet seed.
That was a little bit contrived, but oh well.
It's fine.
Y'all can deal with a little contrivance. It's okay.
If you're not into cringe, why are you watching Speed Gaming?
Oh my goodness.
We embrace
Wow.
the cringe. That's what we're about.
I literally played Among Us sound effects.
Exactly.
That, like, seriously. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
People who can't enjoy cringe just can't have fun.
Yeah.
They've removed the fun from their life.
Okay, so with this, DRocky has one objective down. Chozo, though, is going back from Meridia, it looks like, without speed.
He doesn't know. He saw how far the map is and is like, oh, I'll go to Criteria first instead. And now he's going to go, oh, God. Watch his face.
Well, that was an WELP. Well,
he at least grabbed a save in Meridia so that it's an instant revert.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Berserker's SMZ3 is absolutely awesome. One of my favorites.
I wish there was a version of it that was map rando for the Super Metroid side.
Well, I think, can't you do that through, well, no. I know map rando's been added to Archipelago.
You kind of do that with Archipelago, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah. Well, there you go. SMZ3 devs. There you go. That's the next version.
I mean, the real answer is if the map rando devs ever wind up putting together the I know they were working on the concept of a Link to the Past version of the same idea. No idea where that's ever going to get. Like,
well, they have the random doors thing. They do have the random doors thing.
Yeah.
That for LT for Link to the Past they haven't had that, but
oh, Chozo's trying the baby skip. It was a good couple tries before he gets grabbed.
Yeah, cross keys is what it's called. That's the one. And we're getting simultaneous not baby skips.
Yeah, the difference is that Chozo doesn't have speed, doesn't know that Metroid 3 is in Criteria and hasn't killed Metroid 3. He's going towards the map and he's going to be very sad when he sees that speed is...
The major was right by the entrance all along.
Yeah, this is kind of the opposite situation of what I said could have happened to DRocky.
Like, honestly, DRocky blinded speed. That's literally what happened. And come on, both of y'all. Okay, we got DRocky got the glitch. And Chozo's got one left.
He got it.
Try.
Oh my God.
Hey, they both got it. And I mean, heck, that's where you want to pick up some wait, did they drop health?
They did. He was in health bomb range.
Oh, okay. Right. That was clutch.
I was going to say, if I'm ChozoBozo, I'd go back into that room and get supers up.
Yes. And
which
that's...
he is in fact
are you ChozoBozo? Because that's what just happened. Wow.
He just started doing it before I could actually get the thought out of my mouth.
Oh, man. You
never want to go forward with 0 supers or 0 power bombs if you have an accessible way to refill them.
Yeah. I think,
the worst
honestly...
feeling is going through an awful room like DRocky's in and running into a door you can't open because you're out of ammo.
Right. Honestly, though, I think my question for DRocky here on this one is going to be, you know, like, did you go to the right in Meridia because it was clear that it was such a long path to the left to get the map? You just check right first, you know? That does pretty much expend a lot of the tiles that the randomizer uses to determine size of an area. If you have the map so far away, it can expend a lot of tiles, meaning going to the right, there won't be as much area to search. I think I just answered the question, but I want to see what DRocky's take on it is. Yeah, this map sucked. Look, it's going to be
finally got the map.
Oh, Mother Brain located. Wrecked ship found. Norfair entrance. Whoa,
and
what a
Turian
and
entrance,
Turian.
and a major through lava dive.
Oh my goodness. Now that major is one I would be looking close at that one. I'd be like,
they
I'm
have
going
double
there.
suit and space jump. It's free.
Yeah, and that the seed said, hey, you want to go over here? You're gonna go over here. There you go. And that reset, really nice from DRocky, close to the entrance there, going immediately to Turian. Second smallest area that you'll get in a randomizer in the map rando. While, hold on. Yeah, just go. Chozo is looking
Chozo
at
is just confused.
Wasteland here. No power bombs. You can't go through. Oh, that reset is rough. Well, not rough. I mean, it was close to it, but yeah, I don't see how Chozo comes back from this, from the lead that DRocky has.
No, at this point, it's looking like there's not enough opportunities to shamble left for DRocky to give Chozo a comeback. I
mean, once you see charge and plasma there, I mean, no one's going to have to really hunt for that much ammo other than taking down Mother Brain 1, or if you want a quicker Ridley fight, whatever. You don't have room for error at that point. That's the thing about baby seeds. It is all in the hands of the runner then, less in the hands of luck, although luck did pay off for DRocky here with a little bit of logic as well. So that is the Turian map.
And it looked like it connected to Norfair. I assume he's just going to go there. Oh, he's saving first. That's good.
Yeah, this one, when you see the item loadout from early on in the race, you don't want any room for... Yeah, there it is. Chozo got speed and was like, okay, all right.
Yep. And I see in the chat, the tragedy for Chozo resetting isn't that he was so far from speed, it's that he reset before reaching the map.
Yeah. Meridia is the hub of this entire seed. So
I wonder if
high jump boots have been acquired.
I wonder if he forgot that there's a bottom door of Croc Speedway because he just didn't check it.
Yeah. Well, another opportunity, but this time with Speed Booster to get a baby skip, or not, you know.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a successful baby skip. I've gotten room to judge there. It's a tough trick. It's very tough. One of the toughest.
It is amazing to me the people who can consistently do it every speed run.
Absolutely. And there you go. Chozo should be... Well, actually, no. Was this the right path? I think it was Croc Speedway, actually.
I thought it
this
was
could
left
lead to it,
Croc
though.
Speedway, like down and left.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yep. I don't remember I don't have the Meridia map memorized. There was too much to look at. But I can say that Screw Attack has been acquired. DRocky's gonna be flying through this. There is no more room for hesitation. No more need for hesitation here. Both suits, Screw Attack, Space Jump, and High Jump, and that is the recipe for speed.
Yep. I mean, literally the only major that could do anything for him now is Wave, and unless it's literally handed to him on a silver platter, it's not worth the time to grab.
Yeah. Even I can admit that as a Wave enjoyer. And Grapple Beam has been acquired. Chozo got Grapple, and DRocky did not. Not really a reason for it, though, in this seed.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon isn't required, so...
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope that we'll get a cheeky boss rush, like connected to bowling or something.
Yeah.
Those are always fun with these random objectives. With how often players pick bowling, it is frequent where the exit of bowling will force you to go through rooms that are very annoying.
True. I don't know. I don't want to count Chozo out just yet. I know that DRocky does have a lead.
It is unlikely, not impossible, for Chozo to win.
Right. And you don't get this far in the tournament by being a quitter. So, Well, there's Fantoon. Okay. It's one of the elements I thought could be a little bit of it, like if, DRocky went to the wrong area, didn't find Fantoon, never mind. But at this point, had already gotten the Turian map, Meridia map, Criteria map, just all of, it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
it been narrowed down quite a bit.
The only hope would have been if Wreck Ship was not wasted space and Chozo immediately checked it.
Yeah.
Like as we
and
see the Wreck Ship
Chozo
connector
seeing this
here.
map here, being like, oh, okay, that's a lot of stuff. There's Turian. Oh man, okay, there's a major there. Lava dive.
Like obviously we know Fantoon's here now, so now it's like, yeah, this looks cooked. But before knowing Fantoon was here, what if Fantoon had been in Wreck Ship and we see Chozo, if he had just immediately gone to Wreck Ship, would have been an opportunity for there to be a comeback. But he's then following DRocky's routing.
Yeah, and yeah, without criteria done, as Rainier mentioned, it's just really not looking good for Chozo or for those hoping for a race 3 here.
Yeah, it happens. We're going to get to see the Norfair map now, and we'll know whether Wreck Ship is wasted space or not based on whether or not we see Plasma Pirates and Bowling.
Right. And let's see it. Bowling and Plasma Pirates.
There we go. Wasted space confirmed.
Yep. It's, I'm always tempted when it comes to Wreck Ship. It's usually a quick, fairly close map. And when it's not, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all that. But Chozo, having completed the task of taking down Botwoon, but also DRocky already did that.
Both runners probably very happy that Botwoon is an easy plasma charge kill and not having to, ammo kill him. Botwoon is really annoying in his habit of just eating your missile shots for no apparent reason.
I feel like a lot of the hitbox stuff, a lot of the hitboxes and everything, or hurt boxes for Super Metroid, there's a lot of really precise ones, some overly so. And I think they kind of overdid it for Botwoon. And of course, you got things like, the pirates, where basically it's like they're wearing invisible top hats or something. And their hitboxes go like into the sky.
Suggestion.
Yeah. Okay.
Botwoon's just a weird case with that one.
Botwoon, yeah. I have noticed that I think Wave helps with Botwoon, if I'm not mistaken. I know I hit more charge shots whenever I have Wave. So could be bias on my part. Best beam and all, but
I don't know, with Plasma it just goes through the hitbox and it doesn't matter whether you got the shot perfect or not.
Yeah. And DRocky enters Big Pink. I regret that sentence, but that's what happened, literally. And is going to be heading towards both Bowling and Plasma Pirates to, close out this seed.
DRocky struggling to find the magic pixel.
That's a good point. Where's
Ship?
Where's the
Ship must be in Wrecked Ship then.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not wasted space.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Chozo getting screw attack as DRocky just feels like hanging out with Shaq Tool, leaves the desk, walks away. Break time, I suppose. Can we get some elevator music in here?
Crack open an ice cold soda of choice.
Yep. I mean, yeah, everyone. I mean, ChozoBozo here working for a short charge. DRocky went off to get the shades. Oh, come on. Okay, now you're showing off, buddy. You're just showing off. Okay. I respect it. Guess he's feeling like his future's pretty bright. I mean, the
As long
combination
as
of
he
having
doesn't
one
miss the
round
screw
one.
attack on the pirate
Yeah.
again.
Oof. I hate those things. They jump
They're so annoying.
fast.
They jump. I don't know why they fly across the screen at like Mach 15. They
And-
literally are on screen for like 2 frames when they
I'm just going to
start
say
their
real
jump.
quick, luxury has been acquired. Because DRocky found a little spring ball action there. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you have to go down to the bottom for the plasma pirates anyway. You might as well grab the major that's in the room.
True. If not, you're turning your nose up at it, and you know, no one likes a snobby speedrunner. Come on, it's good enough. It's good enough. It's a good enough item.
I mean, it just saved him more time than it took to grab. Just in that
That's a good
jump
point.
right there.
By the way, that Fluffy Mittens made Shack Tool was defending spring ball. How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Chozo taking on Phantom. I'm wondering if ChozoBozo is going to go the same route and use charge shots instead of just Dopplering with missiles.
I do love that. Looks like he is.
Yeah.
I do love that DRocky had to do a waiting for both objectives.
Yeah.
With Shack Tool and then bowling, obviously, is always a wait.
Well, that is objective. Just ignoring that major because, yeah, of course, you don't need it. But there was a
Even if
major
it's
at bottom
wave,
of
it
bowling
won't
there.
save enough time to justify grabbing.
Yeah. I noticed the shades are off. Maybe starting to feel a little pressure here. I don't know.
Now he took him off while he was waiting for bowling.
Okay.
That's what made me comment on it. Was I noticed that he
I got you.
put him on for the Shack Tool and then took him off for the bowling animation.
Fair enough.
So now DRocky
Okay.
just has to work. Oh, there's the ship. It's at the top of Norfair.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you for scrolling.
So wrecked ship is in fact wasted space.
Yep. It is. Sorry, wreck ship enjoyers.
I mean, they should be used to it by now, right?
What disappointment? That's sad.
To wrecked ship being wasted space at least half the time.
Yeah. Of course, it shows up just as W on the map, which you could stand for something else. It could be why? 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 I was doing the why meme. Like dude who's like, why? 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 It's a thing. It's okay.
I was doing
It's
the
okay.
penguin from the 60s Batman.
That one's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good too. That's good too. That's good. That's good. I'm being too agreeing on that. We are going to be seeing the end of this very shortly. So, Mother Brain was where?
Well, the brain's in Meridia near Everest. I think it was the morph ball door in Everest.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that top door to Norfair, I think, is gonna get to the ship real fast. So I think we're gonna have a jet escape.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
just
true.
gonna throw my guess out now because Braithorn guessed first last time.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess 40 seconds.
Okay. Go for it. I mean, you know why guessing first is my policy, right? Guess first, guess worst. I'm okay with being wrong. So if that's your move this time. How much did you say? 30? What did you say?
I said 40.
40 seconds. All right. I'm going 35. But it's probably
Okay.
way too low. It's okay.
Going for the Price is Right
Yeah.
Grand Slam attempt.
But the reverse of it. The reverse
Well,
Price
no,
is Right.
there's been a clip. Someone has actually won Price is Right by betting $1 less than the previous person. It's
Wow.
happened, which is insane.
That means they had to be right on it. So
yes, they hit it exactly, which you get an extra prize if you do.
Get those guesses in, everybody.
It is such a bad bet. It was absolutely someone who didn't understand the rules and got rewarded for it. But it's one of the
never
funniest
punished
clips
kind
of
of
that
thing.
show ever.
Yeah.
Because even Bob Barker could not believe what he was witnessing.
Now, I do want to mention this. For those who do not stick around for the Yap Rando, first of all, how dare you? Secondly, there is a huge race coming up later this evening as well. Path versus Spiffy. A silver round 2 race. 2 massive racers here who are going to be duking it out in their silver round 2 race. That's going to be commentated by Derp and WX Fan 21. So and tracking by Rubu. You know it's going to be a good show.
That's going to be on what, the main SpeedGaming channel?
That's going to be on main SpeedGaming channel, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So don't miss it.
Yeah, we're not sure who coined Yap Rando, but we kind of love it. So
yes,
1:35. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's what I guessed. You didn't hear it. My mic cut out. That's what I guessed. Okay, so Night Shifter 30 gets the metaphorical cookie right there. Congratulations! Don't let it spoil your metaphorical dinner.
Heck yeah! I'm just trying to figure out how in the world is this escape so long.
There might be sort of a roundabout way you gotta go, even if it's...
Must be a really annoying room in this connection here. Like, once it transitions to Norfair.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have ones that add a lot because they're so zigzagging, like the you know, top to bottom of Big Pink or something like that. Well, Rainium, maybe you could have it on in the background during your Pathfinder session. I miss playing Pathfinder. It's been a long time. Long time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, he had to go through single chamber amphitheater. Okay.
Wow, yeah.
I didn't realize it was this bad of a route.
Yeah, but all things considered, rocketing through it pretty quickly. In fact,
you say he's D-rocketing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm renaming DRockyLizard to DRockyLizard because your winner of this best of 3 is DRockyLizard. GG's.
Same brain cell.
Yep. GG's both racers. DRockyLizard brings it home and brings an early end to this best of 3. We're going to be getting them in here for that little Yap Rando here very soon. So stick around.
What a performance, though. Less than 50 minutes is a really good time on any seed.
Yeah, it really is. I think it's easy to lose sight of that if you watch a lot of very experienced runners who will, finish seeds sooner than most would. But you might just get used to that. And
hello, D-Rocky.
Welcome, D-Rocky. GG's. And
ChozoBozo.
Welcome in. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG, you guys. Great pair of races.
Absolutely. Yeah, well done.
How about now? You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Excellent. GG's, ChozoBozo.
Howdy, folks. Sorry, I'm here now. Yeah. GG's.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Nice job, D-Rocky.
Yeah, thank you. GG's to you too. I think that first race, from what we're talking about, was pretty close.
I think it was closer than you guys realized. I see in the race room, Chozo, you mentioned that it would have been close if you didn't manage to die at Ridley with 1 million tanks and ammo. While that is true, D-Rocky had died earlier when he went into Ridley the first time.
After a long fight, too. It was rough.
You were basically ahead for at least half the first race over D-Rocky. You got the gravity jump into the morph ball much faster than D-Rocky did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I felt great in that first race. Everything was working out well for me. Going to Turian, I shouldn't have done that, and that's where I felt like I could have lost it.
Korean. Wait, first seed or second seed? I'm already
In the first seed, Turian was down by Aqueduct, and I just thought I would run in and check if there was anything in there, and wasted some time there.
Yeah, I got the map there, and then I think I just got like an X and an E tank from like the pre-high jump. And then I just bailed because I had wave maybe. I might have had wave at the time, so I was like, I don't think I need any of those majors. I mean, gravity would have been good, obviously, but I didn't want to like bet on that. So yeah, map, 2 items, and then I just got out of there, I think.
Yeah,
I was thinking that I was losing after dying to Ridley, so I couldn't like really hang around anywhere for too long. Especially if there's no bosses there.
I have to wonder how much of the, gravity being pushed back so far was because of the pick for high jump in the item draft. Which then you started just getting more underwater movement items. I think grapple beam wasn't too late. It was it was early, actually. It was pretty early. And now DRocky, that led you to taking out Dragon much earlier. Chozo, you ended up having to backtrack for Dragon. Were you considering, like, should I go kill Dragon now or should I just come back later? You had grapple at the time, so were you thinking about it?
It was in my head the whole time. It was just a matter of like when I'm going back, and it just reached a point where it clicked to go back. I wish I could have done it in my first dip in wrecked ship, but that was way too early. Maybe I should have done it earlier.
Yeah, I believe that backtrack was kind of the biggest difference maker right there. But yeah, it sometimes that can be hard to tell because it was such a close race. You both essentially took opposite routes there with DRocky, you taking on Dragon first. Chozo, you were earlier through. Was a Brinstar, had a lot of majors there, had Kraid there. So essentially, y'all both took the same amount of time to do both things. It was a difference in that backtrack to go back and kill Dragon. It seems to be that was the difference maker in race 1. Especially with Ridley sort of slowing both of you down, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go for it, DRocky.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing I wanted, once I got grapple and ice, then I thought about, okay, do I have enough E-tanks to make this work? Because I barely did at the time, and then like I had to make sure that I had low health too, so I had to like damage down Dragon to where I felt comfortable where you could kill her without dying yourself. But I wanted to do that because I think the further that Mother Brain was down there, the more I had to backtrack. So I figured, what the heck, just do it now. And even if it was kind of risky, because I could have easily died there.
Right.
It was close. You had 31 health left, I think, after the grapple kill.
Okay,
It's funny because I believe you both had. There were so many parallels in this race, though you wouldn't be able to tell just by like at a glance because you diverged and did things in the opposite order. It didn't make a huge difference though. But one parallel was It's always a little bit more difficult to take on Dragon with without gravity. But that first grapple to take out Dragon, it was a little trouble for both of y'all on the first one. So you both got grabbed. Essentially. So yeah, just another one of those little parallels.
Yeah, I thought I had to reset. Oh man, I'm gonna have to reset, but she didn't give me the spankies, so I got lucky there.
I felt kind of good about waiting a little bit on Dragon when I got spanked the first time because I was like, oh, see, this is what would have happened if I came with like 2 less tanks. I would have just died.
Or if you went in without Varia, you would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Chozo had you got Varia and then backtracked. Okay, so that
yep. He did it after all of the Brinstar. He got Varia and killed Kraid and then went back to Dragon.
Basically, had you not taken on Dragon early, y'all would have been just neck and neck the whole time.
Yeah, that extra
Yeah.
like minute of travel was almost the entire difference between you two and race 1.
Yeah. But
Dang.
we like a close race. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm glad we could provide that in the first one. I was surprised, DRocky, that you ended when you did on Seed 2. I felt okay about how I was doing, but nice job on that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I see. So I'm looking at your screen just now. I see M3 was M3 was speed locked, but like I got speed very early in Meridia, or no?
Yep.
Yeah, Meridia, right? Because it's just right off of early supers. I'm like, I could just go check Criteria or Turian. I think it's Criteria.
It was Criteria.
Because I knew I had peeked and I saw that it was speed locked. So I was like, okay, maybe the speed unlocks something like an objective or something. So I go over there and it's a dead end with Metroid 3. So I was like, yeah, this was a good choice to come back. Because otherwise it would have been a pretty big backtrack.
I did have a question about that, and basically what led you to go right. And my thinking is Meridia is sort of a middling sized area, and seeing the map so far away, that does expends sort of a good amount of the tiles that are allocated for Meridia, right? So were you thinking to yourself like, okay, there's probably not a whole lot to the right if the map is all the way over there? Is that what made you go there and sort of blind speed that way?
Kind of. Actually, that's a pretty, now that I think about it, that's a pretty crazy thing. Because like, if it's not early supers into something else, I probably go one door and then I'm like, okay, there's nothing here, and then I turn back and I head towards the map. I didn't think like, oh, speed could be this early. So I don't know. I started peeking, and then I'm like, okay, well, here's early supers. I should, typically when I do this, I like to like reward the room by going deeper that way too. And I don't know. That's a pretty fortuitous blind, I think. Looking back at it.
Yeah, that was a huge difference maker. Actually, that was where things really turned around, because prior to that, it was pretty close. And yes, Chozo, I know what you're probably thinking. Wait, how was it close? I kind of had a rough start in race 2, right? I
did die twice to Mama Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama Turtle was a bully in that one for sure. Yeah.
The difference was that you saved much closer to when you wound up sacking for the map in Brinstar than DRocky did. So DRocky had to redo a lot.
Yeah. So y'all were maybe like 45 seconds or a minute apart at that point. Maybe more, but it not a lot more. So yeah, at that point, it really was DRocky, that element of just like, you know what, early supers, let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what's there. And then immediate, dead end room with an item. And it was a good one. So
What helped was that there was a save there. So if it like took me too far, like say through like another 2 or 3 rooms and a dead end to a missile, I was okay with reverting back to this save spot right here.
So Chozo also grabbed that save and went and saw that Criteria was speed locked, reverted back to that save, but then from that save went left. And then Chozo, this is what I wanted to ask about. When you found Wasteland and saw Croc Speedway below you, you then chose to revert to the save, and I'm wondering what prompted that versus going down on Croc Speedway.
Oh goodness, what was I thinking there? I didn't. Honestly, I don't remember. What was in my head was that I ran out of PBs coming out through the gauntlet room, and I was thinking of going all the way back to that pre-ice room and going down there, but I knew I didn't have PB, so I couldn't do it. So I didn't even think of going down at Croc Speedway.
Okay.
That's the sad
I think
answer
without
about
any
that.
PBs, you would have run into a bomb block moments later and been stuck regardless. But it just surprised me in the moment. I was like, why is he reverting here? What happened?
And then it
'Cause
turned
you were
out
so
that
close to the
reverting,
map.
I mean, right. And then when I reverted, though, I was like, you know what? I really should check this one door here. And that's when I
Right.
found found those majors there and speed. And I thought, oh, wow. I really hope that D-Rocky didn't blind this immediately when coming into Meridia. And it sounds like that's exactly what he did.
Sorry.
He definitely did. But it felt tragic to me as a commentator for you to be so close to the map, and you could have gotten there, because obviously now you know that room below was Everest. You would have gotten power bombs.
Yeah.
Yep.
It felt so tragic, because like you don't care about the major there. You just wanted the map, and then you could have done the same revert. And it was like, oh no, Chozo lost so much time with this revert.
Yeah.
Because then you had to make the
I
whole
think
trek again.
I think that the rooms also just threw me on tilt. When I hit the gauntlet room, went through it, and then just found some missiles at the end of it. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to run out of PBs here. And then I
Yeah, that
tried
was a
going
rude
up
room.
and run into Wasteland. I was just like, I think I was just completely on tilt and just was like, fine, I'll revert.
Yeah, there was more divergence in this one, and it honestly, it's like, I don't know if this is the right term for it, but it's like an honest divergence, you know? It's like every time you have a faraway map, there's the chance that you missed something right by where you entered the area, right?
Yep.
But this time it was something that might have gotten you to just turn around and go to Criteria. When it's like, oh, this area is speed locked. And then in the next area, you immediately get speed. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going back, you know? That seems like a logical conclusion there, right? But it was just that, you know, it's easy to miss. Easy to miss.
Yeah, because if you don't get speed, you're looking at all the other majors in Meridia. Like you're going to go down this, potentially go down this lava dive to get the major here. Or, I mean, I guess you could just revert, and then once you get the map, and you'll see that there's 2 majors there if you didn't blind it earlier. But that probably saved me, what, like, I don't know, 3 minutes? If I had to guess, doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. And I think I just got like stuck on the map. So then when I got speed, I thought, oh, there were some speed rooms, so I'll probably be able to get through really quick. Went and got the map. And then when I saw the Meridia map, I just kind of forgot about Criteria. And I thought, oh, there's Turian. That's right next to my save. I'll go check that out.
Yeah, Turian seemed to make sense there. And I feel like this is more for you, Jax. Jax, I feel like you felt vindicated knowing that there really was nothing in Wreck Ship. That seems like a sore topic for you.
Yeah, I'm about to see
I just
if
think
there's
it's
anything.
funny.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so something that caught us off guard on commentary, D-Rocky, do you, when you're running, do you mentally think like, okay, I wonder how long this escape is going to be and make a guess?
Just because I've done it so much this season, or like for the tournament. Actually, it never really did. Not for this one, because I wasn't exactly sure where the ship was relative to my position. Like I know I'd seen it in the map and everything, but I knew that there's some weird Norfair connector, and it was probably going to be through there, and I hadn't gone through there yet. So I didn't think about like, if I had to guess, just because it was an adjacent area, I probably would have said like a minute and a half at most.
We grossly underestimated it because I don't think either of us realized that you'd have to go through single chamber into amphitheater to be able to get out.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's the best way. I don't know. There's some weird, like, do you go all the way
You
to
had
Turian?
plenty of time left, so that's got to have been the intended route.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. You're seeing that, right, Jax? Just nothing in Wreck Ship. My
Just Ridley.
goodness. Wait, what?
Oh, Ridley was in there?
Ridley was down there.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, so in a G4 objective, then that's a very important Wreck Ship.
Yep.
It
But
is.
not in this mode.
No. I wonder if the objectives cause the logic to change. I guess even if they do, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Idle thoughts
That
for
honestly,
I don't think they do, because
you think about it,
the logic
but-
modeling doesn't care what order you do the objectives in. It just the end of the logic chain. It's like, okay, you should be able to go fight Mother Brain now.
like you could generate this map, and you get the exact same thing, but a G4 objective, and there would be nothing wrong with it because by the time you're into the main hub area, you pretty much have everything. Like this was a fairly linear seed up until the split, and then you get everything. You get both suits, you get charge, you get plasma. You have like 10 of supers, 10 of power bombs. So it was a straightforward first several steps until you could go anywhere like Criteria or Turian or go down to Norfair. That's where I guess the real fun was.
Oh yeah, speaking of the linearity early, Chozo, I wanted to compliment you. Your execution on Metal Pirates was fantastic.
Oh, thanks. That's yeah. I've actually felt really good about my a lot of like my trick execution, and my movement was pretty good. So I feel good about these races, and no shame in losing to DRocky.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's a healthy outlook and also factually correct. You did a great job. And, both y'all put on a good show and raced well. I'm happy. I was actually happy to see that both of these races were in a way like item draft and then random objectives, because both of them had elements of like playing before the game starts, right? So on random objectives, of course, Plasma Pirates. Chozo, you picked Plasma Pirates. DRocky, you picked bowling for the fans. That can have, Plasma Pirates is interesting, right? It's movement, it's weapons. There's various ways you can approach it, but things you have to beat it. But why bowling, DRocky? I gotta know, like, why that one? I hate bowling as an objective.
I do like it because, well, in hindsight, it's been a pretty short seed because of the way that lays out. But, it adds a fifth objective, and the fans like to see a lot more gameplay. And so by having the fan tune, you run the possibility of having to kind of plan around that a little bit more with a little bit more strategy than your general, like a Pit Pirate or a Metroid 2 room.
It also
the dynamics of it is unique, much compared to some of the more tame objectives. And I think at the end of the day, the viewers want to see variety. Now, the irony in that is that I feel like for half of the random objectives, we've had bowling as an objective.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Seem like people are too upset about seeing it again. So
you're like, let me just get this out of the way.
It also does remove the sack do a fan tune to get the map that happens in a lot of the other seeds where bowling isn't an objective that also feels bad.
Yeah.
Where you have to fight him anyway just to get info. So I get it.
Yeah.
And it's funny that this is the goal, like
to have pick fan tune a lot.
It's funny that that's the goal, was to like, hey, let's get more of a show to watch here, which like I absolutely appreciate that. I was saying I hate bowling in the mindset of a player, but for the fans, 100%. Because it's funny that was the case, because this seed was just like throwing so many progression items at you so early on. Double suits, charge, plasma. It's just like, hey, we're trying to put on a show here. Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those 90 minutes. Sorry, go ahead, Chozo.
I was just going to say, I was kind of chuckling to myself when we got so much progression so early, because the Plasma Pirate picks became moot very quickly because we had everything we needed to clear out the pirates in many different ways.
Even then, it was like, just in case. Yeah, here's screw attack. Here you go, just in case. Why not? I think both seeds, it was like it wasn't trying to push you to do bomb jumps because you got space jump pretty early. Just all of that. It was these were relatively quick seeds.
Yeah, I think Chozo and I would agree that with a little bit of better gameplay, we probably could have knocked 5 to 10 minutes off that first seed. Just a little bit of shambling with some boss fights, which, I was talking to him in the race room, and it's like, tournament nerves are a thing. I struggled so mightily with the door jump. Like, and it's not the sprite, because I've been practicing with the sprites beforehand, so I was like,
Okay.
why can't I do this? So much that I started resorting to underwater wall jumps. And I'm like, is this where I really am, where I can't even do a door jump? It was just some fumble rooskies in the beginning, because I think you're right. These aren't terribly difficult seeds in terms of like what they ask of you. I think, at least for me, I won't speak for Chozo too much, is that the execution was lacking on my end.
It is funny that high jump was chosen as a starting item, and then like early in the seed, you have to turn them off to get that easier door jump, where you don't have to turn around or anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, back alley one. Yeah. So like once I turned it off, like I nailed it first time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And then in the beginning, it took me a while to realize that I could go up precious, because I forgot I had high jump.
That's the really fascinating thing about item draft.
And
it really takes some scrutiny,
And that's where Morph Ball was. Like, Chozo had that instantly, and it took you a while to realize that was where to go.
Yeah, I believe that.
Didn't realize picking high jump boots how I was going to put us in this seed where we'd just be doing cross room gravity jumps everywhere.
It was wild.
Yeah. That was definitely common in that seed.
So, Chozo, are you aware of what sprites this madman chose to use against you?
Can I give you a hint?
I knew that he was planning to do something silly. Yeah. And I told him, just don't pick Master Hand.
He didn't pick Master Hand.
Because of the Crystal Flash.
Let me. Oh, right. You can't. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But let me give you a hint. Let me give you a hint as to the first sprite, if I may. There you go. D-Rocky, you'll be happy to know I had that on, like, ready to go. I didn't know I was going to need that anywhere in this tournament, but thank you.
So yeah, he played with the Among Us sprite.
What sprite was it?
Among Us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Among Us sound.
And then game 2, he used the Sprite can.
Oh, that's classic. The Sprite can is wonderful.
It's such a well done troll sprite.
It is. I like the very cherry sprite version. That's
I did get a little nervous when I had to do the Spore Spawn super missile thing in Big Pink, because I didn't have my Samus foot to reference like where I should be for my positioning, so I've wasted like 5 supers trying to get it.
Yeah,
we saw you trying to find the magic pixel. I wondered if you were going to take enough tries that you would stop and go for one of the normalized setups that are slower but reliable.
Yeah, I used the visual instead of the one where you like lean over to the left and then go to the right, or you can scroll all the way to the left and to the right. I'm sure I can learn that in like 10 minutes. I've just been too lazy. And then I realized you could just go to the bottom of double chamber anyway, so it was dumb.
Retros, it's what is it? Hindsight, of course.
Yes,
it makes sense. But speaking of supers, though, Guts919 in chat is correct in saying to you, Chozo, nice job clutching out that last super on the Green Gate glitch.
After I wasted like 15 supers on a different Green Gate glitch earlier, that felt pretty good.
I mean, honestly, that's to me is more impressive than getting it first try. When you can clutch it on the last one. Yeah.
I was really just trying to increase the suspense for entertainment. That's what I was going for.
And it was so funny because Braithorn didn't realize you were in health bomb range, so then when you power bombed all the rippers and all you got was health drops, he was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then before I could even say it, you reset the room to powerbomb them again to get supers. And I was like, that's what I would do. But you had already done it by the time that I could get the words out because you were just so on top of making sure you didn't try to keep going without having super missiles loaded up.
Yeah, we all know I would hit a super door if
Exactly.
if I didn't farm there.
It would manifest. It would just happen.
It was 100% the right choice.
Yeah.
It was just a very funny moment.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of great moments from both of y'all in this best of 3. So really, again, sincerest GGs to both of you. Very well done, well raised. And ChozoBozo, I think this was this was silver, right, or bronze rather. So we look forward to what you bring to the next tournament.
Thank you.
Yeah, well raced.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jax.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this is the end of my tournament. It's been a blast. I'm also really happy to end on some fun seeds and doing pretty well. Especially after the 2 I did against Sky in the last round, which were just slogs. And GG's to DRocky, and thanks so much for organizing the tournament. And thank you to Braythorn, Jax, and Slam for comms and tracking. And I look forward to hearing your comms later when I rewatch the VOD.
Heck yeah. And SpeedGaming, go give these guys a follow. They're awesome.
Absolutely.
DRocky, you're going to be going up against either Diggy Diggy Dang or Everett for the finals. How are you feeling about that?
Have we lost DRocky?
We might have.
DRocky, you might be muted directly on your microphone. Not sure. You know what? I think the anticipation of that potential race has left DRocky speechless at the moment, and completely understandable.
I know, right? Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. I was speechless.
Yeah.
I know a lot about them. I know they're very good runners, capable of beating me. I told myself when I got to bronze level that I would at least try to make it to the bronze bracket. I'd try to make it to the final as sort of like a penance to where I think I should have been, but I underperformed in the early rounds. So I just need to kind of play a little bit more confident when I go up against them, because I think I played much better in this one. I think my movement was much better in this round, because I know that if I struggle a lot, then it's a decent chance that either of the runners could beat me. So, because everyone, even though it's the bronze bracket, it's still very good bracket in here. There's still a lot of great runners in here. So I just need to kind of acknowledge that, but just be aware of how good I can be as well, so that I don't feel like I have to be so nervous when I'm running. Because I think by the time we got to the second game, I think I was playing with a lot more confidence. So I need to play more like the second game.
It was slightly apparent around the Shack Tool room when you literally left and got your Shack shades. Or shade tool? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going for there. But you threw some shades on. We all were like, okay, yeah. DRocky's feeling pretty confident right about now. So, yeah, that was a good indicator for us. And one of the reasons, I mean, honestly, the reactions from both of y'all were great. This is why we like when we get to see face cams for these. It's of course not necessary, but it is. It does add a lot when we're like, I wonder what they're thinking right now. No, y'all made that pretty clear, and we appreciate that.
That's fair.
I tried my best
Yeah.
to channel Jax's reactions.
You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Also, ChozoBozo, great haircut. I've got the same one. Just putting that
Yeah,
out
I've
there.
noticed a lot of us in the tournament have that same haircut. It's really in trend right now.
It's for speed, aerodynamics. That's what it is. It's the aerodynamic haircut.
Yeah, with no hair, you know. So
Yeah.
all right, thank you guys for Braithwaite and Jax. Thanks, Slam, for tracking and helping Phoenix, getting us moved to an open slot in speed gaming, because I know there was there's an overrun in the other ones. So thank you guys for doing this. I appreciate it. Braithwaite, you've been doing all my matches in the bronze. It's been great to see that you're so enthusiastic to call my matches.
That's because you pronounced my name correctly. So yeah.
And Jack as well. I think you've covered at least 3 of my matches too. So much appreciated anytime that you guys are able to do one of my matches.
I appreciate you scheduling them at a time I actually can do it.
That's fair, right?
True.
We got busy lives. Thank you for making time out of your schedules to do so.
Well, it's honestly, it's the least we can do. You put so much work into organizing this thing, and we all very much appreciate it. Even if you win a race 1 and we're hoping for bad things to happen to you, so we get a race 3 and you take it personally. Even with that, which, being an organizer, we're sure you get it. We know you understand. Race 3s are fun.
Absolutely. Sorry, fans.
How dare you?
How dare you be good at the video game?
But no, again, GG's to both of y'all. Well done, and DRocky, congrats. Yeah, I'll see about doing that finals match. Whether it's once we find out whether it's with Everett or Diggy Dang, that remains to be seen. And that race is going to be happening. I saw that it was posted by Slam here, Monday, March 2nd at 12 p.m. Eastern. Dang versus Everett is going to be the last semifinal before the final match for this bronze bracket. Very exciting stuff. So I'll ask this, Jax, you got any final thoughts before we close it out?
So we're all going to go play the weekly now, right?
I'm wiped. I have life stuff. Choz and I were trying to figure out schedules that work for us. It's a little difficult because we both have lots of stuff going on. I will let the weekly go through without my presence. I don't know if Chozo's going to join on, but
I hear that my kids just got home, so I'm gonna miss the weekly. So I take it that means that it's going to be a really fun one.
right. Might async it later, as I tend to do lately. To be honest, I'm kind of just mostly focused on just whatever needs to be done to advance as far as I can in this tournament, and then it'll probably just be a brief sabbatical from map rando things for a few months.
Well, hey, you're on the right track for that. That's for sure. And again, thank you for facilitating so much of this. It's been a lot of fun for everybody.
GG's again, Chozo.
As Slam said in chat,
GG's.
Half for Spiffy is coming up in like an hour and a half.
That's right. Yeah, do not miss that. That's going to be a huge race and a great one to watch.
They are using fun sprites too.
Oh boy.
Has this been planned in advance?
They've already talked about it beforehand.
Nice.
I will have to tune in after the weekly.
Okay, so speaking of the weekly, that's a good point. We'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you to both racers, GG's again, and of course, thank you to Slam347 for running tracking on this whole thing and for the helpful comments in chat. And Jax, thanks for doing co-commentary with me. It was fun again. Let's do that again soon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jax and myself, I guess, and Slam, if you want to follow the commentary or commentators or tracking, you can. The links are right there in chat. More importantly, though, follow both of these awesome runners. Links are also available in chat to do so. If you enjoyed watching this, you'll probably enjoy watching them doing more of it. There are also links in chat for the Discord and everything. If you want to join the crew to help continue to make this tournament happen, and big shout out to everyone in the crew who has made that a thing. But that is going to be it for this race. Stay tuned for the big race coming up later. That's going to be a really good one between Path and Spiffy, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be on the
main
SpeedGaming main channel. The main SpeedGaming channel, that's where that's going to be, and you don't want to miss it.
And we don't know who the matchup is that's going to be showcased yet, but the weekly will be on SpeedGaming 5.
Nice. Lots of map rando action for the fans out there, and we hope you guys all enjoy it. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching, everybody, and making this even more fun to do. And until the next one, see you next mission.
See you next mission.